Un Magic.
Civilization is a town called Moore. In order to reach it, you must build the contents of these boxes. You have enough food for 7 days.
Such a serious situation, it would be a good laugh.
There must have been 30 or 40 people in the room when the police arrived. Jesus Christ, I'm too close to the edge.
Let's sing a song.
No.
Going in hard and hard.
Okay, please. Well, they'll be pissed at me. Is that barrel gonna...
He's gone. Hang on a minute.
The nearest civilization is a town called Moore. In order to reach it, you must build the contents of these boxes. You have enough food for 7 days.
Well, it's not such a serious situation, it would be a good laugh.
There must have been 30 or 40 people in the room when the police arrived. Jesus Christ, no, I'm too close to the edge.
Salut à tous, c'est Remadi. Alors ce soir on se retrouve pour The Grand Tour Game. Alors excellent jeu, rien à dire. Gameplay et tout, franchement décor, rien à dire, parfait. Et bien sûr, avec les 3 anglais on peut être sûr, une barre de rire. Donc voilà, je vous laisse en juger. Certains pourront être intéressés, parce que c'est un jeu apparemment qui est pas mal. Donc voilà, je vous laisse en juger par vous-même et je vous dis bonne vidéo. À toutes.
Is that barrel
He's gone.
Donc c'est parti pour cet nouvel épisode, donc saison 3 épisode 7 ou 6 il me semble.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, and welcome. And in this week's show, Doc, Scott, and two smoking beamers. Now, thanks, everybody. Thank you. Now, I want to begin by talking about money. Bear with us on this one. You see, if you'd put £35,000 in a saving account in the year 2000, you'd now have around £60,000. However, if you'd put that same £35,000 into an E-Type Jaguar, you'd now have £100,000.
Yeah, just about everything, even remotely rare or interesting, is worth a fortune these days. Aston Martin DB5, that'll cost you £750,000. Ferrari Daytona, £600,000. A Pagoda roof Mercedes SL, that'll set you back at least 75 grand now.
Yeah, it's not just exotic cars either. Ford Escort Mexico, okay? Humdrum car. That's a £60,000 thing these days.
Une Ford Fiesta.
However, there are one or two rare and interesting cars that seem to have slipped through the net, whose prices haven't yet gone through the ceiling.
So we decided to get out there and see which of us was best at spotting that investment opportunity.
Exactly. So we each bought a classic car. And then to see which one of us had got the best deal, we took the grand tour to what one of our producers, who's Scottish, always says is the best, most beautiful place on Earth. Scotland. We chose for our meeting point a quaint fishing port near Inverness. And I was the first to arrive in an Alfa Romeo GTV6.
Wow.
Now, you would imagine that when one of these comes onto the market, classic car enthusiasts are running around like they're in a zombie movie, and it's Black Friday. But no, I bought this from an 83-year-old man who'd had it since new and was only selling it because his 84-year-old wife found it so difficult to get in and out of, you know. It's only done 26,000 miles, and yet it cost £10,000. And £10,000, that's a round of drinks in the world where this sort of thing belongs. Oh, hello. James May in a Lancia Gamma Coupe. It's one of the prettiest cars ever made, but don't tell him I said that. Morning, May. How much?
£13,500.
Oh, so £3,500 more than I paid for this vastly superior Alfa Romeo.
Well, £13,500 is a bargain for a car that is coach-built and extremely rare and beautiful.
But it isn't exotic like this is.
What do you mean it's not exotic? That is a better-looking car. Look at this. Yes!
It is superb.
It's not superb.
I tell you what's not superb. Driving in a Fiat X19. How much?
£2,250.
Somebody saw you coming.
Ferrari, 2000.
Did you just call it a baby Ferrari?
He did.
Because it is mid-engined Italian. It's exactly what it is.
Well, listen to that sound.
I know.
That is the reassuring sound of tin on Russian steel.
It's a light, bright, effervescent sound just like the car.
How many colours has this car been? It was black, then it was red, then it was white, then it was pale blue, and now it's purple.
I'd like to add, actually, it's not how many colours has this car been. How many cars has this been?
Well, quite. It's now going brown.
Brown, yeah.
Oh, t'es là?
then I'm not going to turn around and try and work out which Alpha you've bought.
The best
Oh,
Alpha.
it's a GTV6.
Exactly.
Yep. Why has it got this plastic bit in the middle of the bonnet?
Genius. The engine in this car had a small issue. It used to backfire, well, front fire actually, and blow the top off the engine, yeah? So that would damage the bonnet, so they put this plastic panel which was easier to replace.
Why didn't they stop it backfiring?
Oh, don't be ridiculous.
They were busy.
Lazy.
Yes, let's not get bogged down with some of the Alpha's minor design flaws.
Disasters.
Because all three of us have got plastic cars
I have, yes.
for good money. We're in Scotland, so why don't we take them on a drive in... Well, let's be honest, Scotland is just a road trip.
Well,
I agree.
we could, while we're here, we could do the NC 500. Which, I mean, that is supposed... It's
Voted by Condé Nast Traveller magazine, voted it the best road trip in the world last year.
locks, mountains, it's just...
All the
I mean,
pretty bits, yeah.
no, it's all the best bits of Scotland, right?
Yeah.
500 miles round
Ouais.
the north coast of Scotland.
In Italian exotic
That
cars.
would be... Oh, hang on.
What?
Text. Yeah,
Ouais.
Mr. Willman. Mr. Willman. It says those cars
Ouais, ouais, un
will
peu,
not
ouais.
do 500 yards, leave alone 500 miles. So I've provided 3 backup
Ouais.
vehicles which you can use to get home when they go wrong and catch fire and explode. I was wondering.
Ouais, je pourrais être meilleur.
Funny.
How did he know you were going to be fire?
Ouais, aussi, ouais.
Good point, actually, because Hammond's
Ouais.
only just suggested it.
Eventually we cleared the fishing port.
S'il m'a dit qu'il demande au cas où, je l'ai vite muté parce que je suis en live.
Get down to the business of enjoying our
Je suis en train de... Ah, il est en train de manger, je sais pas ce qu'il fait. Et en plus, il fait du bruit.
Lancia mounted the power steering hub on the end of one of the camshafts. Basically, you can't really use full lock, especially when the engine's cold, otherwise the engine will explode.
Ouais, ouais, c'est ça, ouais, il regarde Cyril Hanouna.
Place, which leads to overheating very suddenly, and then the engine can explode. And there were some problems with the gasket materials, which causes the coolant to mix with the oil, with engine exploding sort of results. Rubbish.
Échafaud.
My car is just so refined and sophisticated, and in fact really well looked after by its previous owner. It was obviously loved. I don't... One of my windscreen wipers.
Ouais, parce que moi, si YouTube entend qu'il y a Hanouna derrière dans la vidéo, ils vont me spoiler la vidéo, tu vois. Ouais, mais il a encore le son fort.
Just lift it up. There you go. You just have to drive.
Non, il est en train de manger, mais il n'y a pas de bruit d'art. Ouais, lui il me l'a dit, il m'a dit de le prévenir.
Ouais, ok, c'est bon. Ouais, je t'avais juste muté parce qu'il y avait trop de bruit derrière. Ta gueule.
3 miles.
Mec, il y a 10 minutes, en plus j'étais en train de parler tout seul, je suis là, c'est... Ouais, je parlais et tout, j'étais en train de chanter et tout, je suis là, c'est... Mais ça se trouve, il m'a muté cet enculé, tu
Mais
vois.
oui, mais moi aussi. Avant, je t'ai appelé, je voulais te dire, vas-y, baisse ton son parce qu'on l'entend dans la vidéo. Ah oui, si on l'entend à Hanouna, ils vont me spoiler la vidéo.
Ah ouais. J'étais dans le streamer.
Ouais, ouais, bah oui, je stream The Grand Tour là, vite fait.
Mhm. Ok, bébé. Non.
Ah, c'est pour ça qu'il m'appelle bébé.
Mais par contre, j'ai plus de clope. J'ai le seul, là.
Ah merde. Bah toi, t'habiterais à côté, je pourrais t'enfiler. Ah mais moi j'ai toujours. Tabac et à fumer, j'ai toujours mon pote. Et du coca aussi. Oh ouais, mais c'est quoi cette bagnole?
Merde.
Oh God, that looks tricky.
Ouais, c'est bien ton marque, là. Mais c'est pareil aussi.
Je sais pas.
However, despite all the weirdness, I do still absolutely love this thing. It was my ownership of a GTV6 that taught me what cars are all about. You need a personality, you need flaws for them to be.
Franchement, tu roules avec ces bagnoles dans ce jeu, mais c'est hallucinant.
First time in his life, and only time in his life. This is one of the greatest engines ever made. The creamiest, the smoothest, and the most beautiful to listen to. That's not exhaust noise. That's an actual engine. As James and I enjoyed our classic thoroughbreds, Richard was driving along in his purple Fiat.
Unleash 80 horsepower.
Quoi?
Ah, il dure... attends, dans une demi-heure à peu près, je l'ai fini.
Ils appellent pas Luna, toi.
Ah, j'ai cru qu'il parlait à moi, qui me demandait quand j'avais fini.
Ouais, c'est ça. On était parti hier soir. Comme un voleur, ça l'a enculé. Ouais.
Comme d'hab.
J'étais pas en coach. Non.
Non. Moi, maintenant il y avait moi. Moi j'ai rejoint et après t'es parti.
Non. Non. Non, on était tous les trois hier.
Ah oui, ouais. Et quand je suis remonté, ouais, il était plus là.
Ouais.
Ouais, c'est après, moi.
Mais j'ai continué en ligue, moi. Ouais, je suis 5ème. Enfin, si ça n'a pas bougé depuis. Mais ce matin, à toi, je suis 9ème.
Soon, Hammond spotted a racetrack and suggested we have a go on it. And as we
Mais toi, par
pulled
contre, ouais,
up,
je
it
te
became
dis,
clear that
ah, t'es
20
30ème.
pedals weren't his only problem.
Non, t'es 30ème. Ça va.
That's quite high rev.
Ouais.
Yeah, idle's quite high, yeah.
Is that its idle speed?
Yes, it's keen.
Since this was actually a go-kart track, it was too narrow for car racing. So I decided we should have a drifting competition.
Ouais. Petite séance de drift, ouais.
It simply doesn't really have the power to throw its tail out properly.
Even though my Alpha had twice the horsepower of the Fiat, things weren't great for me either.
Just
Ouais.
grip and more grip.
Maintenant, on va pas comprendre. Il n'y a pas de
I
la
know
famille.
Roger Moore drifted GTV6 in Octopussy,
Mais non, il est pas là, son
but
cul.
then he crashed into a fence.
Et Paco, il est pas
and
connecté?
had to dress up as a clown.
Je sais pas.
In the Gamma, I was confident I'd succeed where my colleagues had failed.
Oh non, ramène pas de meuf, hein.
Right, here we go. Lance is one of the greatest names in rallying history. So,
C'est une quoi?
drift should be second nature to this.
Arrête, en plus!
Super.
Heel and toe it and
Elle suce? Ah bah fais gaffe, je lui demande. Alors là, tu me connais très mal. Hein.
at this point, I
Ah,
suddenly
Reims?
remembered something important. This is front-wheel drive, isn't
Hein,
it?
tu te fous de ma gueule, là.
It's not going to drift. Happily, though, the enthralled local audience
Vas-y.
were able to find a solution.
Rien du tout, ta gueule, toi, t'as une copine.
Take the rear wheel, left tires
Mais
down,
moi, je veux juste voir à quoi elle ressemble, je m'en bats les couilles, moi.
Ouais, mytho, bah.
back on those are the loose back
Ouais, moi, je
ends
suis très bien avec la
you
mienne. Hein.
want to drift. These
Ouais,
are
bon,
just-
c'est vrai, ouais,
this is
c'est
like
vrai.
putting insulated
Tu l'aimes, hein,
back wheels
hein.
of your scale extra
Ouais.
cars. Stand by.
Ouais.
With no help from anyone else on this freezing day, the drift covers were soon fitted.
Ah.
Oh, here we go.
En plus, elle habite en Metz.
Right, turn in, get the drift going, and
Oh.
Genre,
this entertainment went
la
on
meuf
for
a joué à
quite
FIFA.
some time.
Vas-y. Oui, si tu veux. De quoi? Ouais, si, je viens de le lire.
Full throttle.
Vas-y, je regarde ça tout de suite. Merde! J'ai tombé le portable. Bon, on même pas sa gueule. Elle joue à FIFA, bah putain.
Moi, je m'en fous, ce qui m'intéresse, c'est qu'elle écoute du métal, c'est tout ce qui m'intéresse.
Et qu'elle suce.
Ouais, bon, ça, on verra après, ça.
Allez,
Même
moi,
après, je regarde pas sur le physique. Je m'en branle.
bon, ça a l'air d'aller. Et après, il y a des filtres. Quoi.
Ouais, bon, maintenant, il y en a beaucoup qui utilisent les filtres. Ouais.
Mais, par contre, quand elle suce, tu peux la prendre par ses petites joues.
Pourquoi, elle est grosse ou quoi?
Ah non, pas du tout, ça pas. Ça a pas l'air. Ah, c'est ça.
Nice.
Hein,
Forward.
bizarre.
Quite slow there.
Ouais, il lui manque de café.
Ouais. Putain, wesh. Chaud,
Ça y est,
celui-là.
Réma il est amoureux.
De quoi?
Ça y est, t'es amoureux.
Non, mais non.
Ah, je rigole, oh.
Bon, non, mais on va dire que depuis le temps que j'espère trouver quelqu'un qui écoute du métal et... C'est vrai que ça serait pas mal et qui joue à la play. Allez, ça serait l'extase, quoi.
C'est sûr.
Bon, non, parce qu'après, moi, je passe pas ma vie sur la play. Je suis pas un gros geek, tu vois. Je préfère
Arrête
sortir
de
avec
mytho,
ma...
ouais.
Ah non, je préfère sortir avec ma meuf. Largement.
Ça. Allez, continue avec tes 17, je me dis sortir.
Mais parce qu'elle voulait pas sortir. Là encore à l'heure actuelle, je lui propose viens on va au ciné, on fait des trucs comme ça, elle me dit non.
Ouais, pas faire le pareil avec le mec. Enfin, avec son mec, je veux dire.
Ouais. Mais c'est ce que je lui dis. Ah pétard, argent. Dommage.
On dit pas bonne. On dit pas. On dit vaginalement motoculta.
This looks like a lot of fun. We're going to do that. Right.
Oh no, there's the only set.
What are those things?
Yeah, they're the only
C'est
sets.
sérieux.
We can't do it.
Well, no, we can make some.
Did you ask him to borrow this bed?
No, they won't need it.
What? Je suis bientôt à court de bière, moi. Ça fait chier.
This goes over.
Ah, c'est bien ce que je me suis dit, c'est parce que... Est-ce que j'aime pas ça, putain.
This is another of those weird days.
Oh non.
With his tyre covers made, Hammond decided
C'est
not
trop
to
amer.
hold back.
Mais je crois pas,
Un petit fout des plastiques autour de ses pneus pour drifter. Non mais
Non,
j'hallucine.
c'est mes boules que je vais te mettre fouetter, tu vois.
Where can the helicopter land?
Une bière fouettée. N'importe quoi.
Mais pire.
Ah, il m'énerve, il m'énerve.
Je veux pas dire mais ça doit gâcher le goût de la bière un peu quand même.
Putain, j'ai plus de clope, moi.
Ça va taxer chez ton frère.
Ah non, il en a pas non plus. Mais je sais pas où il est, il a plus de batterie, cet enculé. Bah si, mais ils sont en vacances. Ah non, jamais mon gars. Tu fais ça, c'est une erreur dans la vie. Parce que le lendemain matin, il disparaît ton paquet. Par contre, quand on a plus, tu te fais enculer. J'ai des crêpes waouh, j'ai des granolas, c'est tout. Non. Non, 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 non.
That's fallen off. That could be interesting.
Bah j'en ai d'habitude, mais je tape en direct.
Turning in. Drifting. Oh no, I've got
Et vu que ma meuf elle a arrêté de fumer, je suis niqué.
Annoyingly, Hammond's dismal failure didn't stop him fitting his ridiculous contraptions to my precious Alpha and insisting that I have a go. Think of the trouble Alpha Romeo.
Bon, tire quelques lattes des fois, tu vois.
Exquisite. Think of the trouble that Pirelli went to make
Mais
the
ouais,
tires
souvent à
grip
ce point.
properly. And then along comes Hammond with the bit.
Ouais, ils vont pas cet enculé.
Ouais,
Ouais, ils ont rajouté ça.
ouais.
Bah non.
Non. En fait, c'est l'histoire de la police et des voleurs. Si tu prends un véhicule de police, en fait, ça t'indique sur la carte les voleurs, en fait.
What was that noise? Whole car's
Et après,
vibrating.
tout ce que t'as à faire, c'est aller les buter, quoi.
Yeah, that's a massive vibration. You've totally ruined this car. An inspection of the undersides revealed some grim news. That has come off. So the prop shaft is now, well, it's still joining the gearbox or the transaxle to the engine, but by a thread. And if I did anything more than rub it like that, it's going to come off. If I'm driving along, and that's the end of the Alpha.
Well, that's interesting. My car's working and I'd like a drink. The hotel is about 25 miles away, so I think I'll get on with it, if you don't mind.
You can't leave.
Mais ce que je t'ai dit tout à l'heure.
What do you mean I can't leave you now?
Well, it's. Have you seen how cold it is?
I can't see how cold it is, but
No, but
I
I
can feel
actually
it.
just looked.
In the...
Drizzle 6 feels like 2.
Well, you know what would warm you up?
What?
Ouais, ça, je sais toujours
It
encore,
always
d'ailleurs.
does.
C'est pour ça que j'ai pas joué avec vous. Non, mais j'aimerais bien finir au jeu, tu vois. Aïe. Quand j'aurai trouvé une top. Bah non, bah ouais.
T'es fou, pas nous. Nous, le plus tard qui est ouvert, c'est la gare et c'est ouvert jusqu'à 9h, je crois, ou 9h30. Au plus tard. Ouh!
Ta gueule, toi.
Oh, je le mets une douze.
Non, c'est bon, c'est bon.
Oh my god. 20 miles. Through this
Non, je fais pas.
freezing middle of
Hey,
nowhere.
Richard the Hamster Hammond. Is your car warm and dry? I'm just checking.
Yeah, I'm warm and dry. You warm and dry?
I'm very warm
Non,
and dry.
même pas. Je l'ai fait les autres années, tu vois. Mais pas cette année.
Oh, I meant to ask, would you like a long
Non,
gin
non, non,
tonic sitting at a
pas
bar?
eu l'envie.
Yes, yes, I would. And we've only got, well, it's not far. In a car.
Mec, tu te rends pas compte ce que je suis en train de faire là quand même
Oh,
pour finir.
come on! Rub it in! Seriously, rub it in!
Bah mon frère il a des tubes, mais il a pas de rouleuse. Désolé. Bah ouais, mon frère il a du tabac roulé, mais c'est pas... Enfin... Il est en... Si tu fais une roulée, tu vois, il est dégueulasse par contre.
Good morning. With me now is James May. Let's have a speak. Who
Ouais.
has just learnt.
On a acheté en Espagne, tu vois.
Co-host and colleague, Mr. Jeremy Clarkson. James, how do you feel that his
Tu vois, il est capable d'aller en Espagne, mais il est pas capable de passer en Alsace voir ses potes, tu vois.
Bah parce que t'es pas un pote.
Mais ça, je suis un enculé, ouais.
Oh, bugger.
What?
All
without rehearsing.
Là, j'ai passé en
Ouais, tu
Espagne,
vois.
connard.
Waste of time.
J'étais à
Yeah,
Toulouse.
so right now, fighting with the bicycle lock by a fence. Oh, you look cold.
Mais
J'étais à
pareil,
Toulouse,
regarde, il est capable de prendre
Mont-de-Marsan.
l'avion pour aller en Roumanie, tu vois, mais il est pas
Ouais.
capable de prendre l'avion pour venir jusqu'en Alsace, tu vois.
Il y a de la meuf. Il y a de la meuf.
C'est là-bas qu'il a rencontré sa femme.
Ouais, mon pote.
Bah
Bon, c'est
rigole,
peut-être pour les papiers, tu vois, mais...
non, rigole pas, j'ai un copain qui a rencontré sa femme au cas où là-bas.
By the cry of a distressed animal.
Mais elles sont tellement fraîches, ces meufs, mon gars.
Ah ouais, là-bas, ouais.
Elles ont des boules, mon pote. C'est même pas des culs.
Ouais, bah, après, faut
Ouais.
faut faire attention, hein. Parce que tu savais que la
Non, mais
plupart des filles de là-bas, elles font
déconne,
des
hein, et
films de
puis...
boules.
Non, mais je sais pas pourquoi il dit ça, lui, cet enculé, mais... Pas du tout.
J'ai dit ça parce que t'es allé là-bas, connard.
Non, je suis allé en Pologne, PD. Ouais.
Ouais, ou en Pologne, c'est pareil
Tu
pour
sais pourquoi
moi.
je suis pas venu te voir? Tu sais pourquoi je suis pas venu te voir? Parce que
Parce que
tu
t'es un
kiffais un...
PD, parce que t'es un
Boum.
PD, c'est tout, ta gueule.
Non, tu serais un vrai pote, tu te rappellerais d'où je suis allé. Boum.
Ouais, ouais, les vrais potes,
Punchline,
les
motherfucker.
vrais potes, ils boivent des bières ensemble.
Bah
Ah,
oui. Bah, c'est ce que je fais avec mes potes.
PD, tout ça parce que j'habite pas chez toi.
En même temps, je suis sûr que je te couche. J'aime pas jouer avec des faibles.
Ah là là, ces petits jeunes.
Quand j'aille pas trop, toi. N'importe quoi, petit jeune doux.
Moi, je te parie que fin de la soirée, toi tu dors, moi je suis encore debout en train de boire. Parce que je vous connais, vous buvez tellement vite qu'au bout d'une heure, vous êtes déjà complètement pété.
Bah, je crois pas, moi. Mais même, enfin, ça, je tiens tout le temps. On tient la soirée, nous, tu vois.
Moi, je bois
des
doucement,
puceaux,
je bois lentement, tu vois. Je suis peut-être bourré, mais je bois lentement. Ouais, non, quand même pas.
Ah, elle a bu 2,5. Le temps de
Ouais,
vomir la
à peu,
première.
ouais, à peu près, ouais.
Bon, après, on va dire, le but, c'est de tenir. Hein. C'est pas de celui qui boit le plus. Hein. Oui, certes. Même il est en stream, tu vois, c'est pour ça.
Ouais, mais sans compter que moi, j'ai une vingtaine de douilles aussi derrière.
Ouais, mais ça, c'est de la triche.
Ah, merde.
Ah non, on parle d'alcool, on parle pas de fumette, gros.
Ah ben moi, comment je bois, je fume. Je fais des mois, j'ai comment.
Ouais, dis-moi, ça, dis-moi. Les gens fument tout. Non, pas ça. Moi, non.
Voilà, c'est ce que j'ai dit. J'ai dit si je viens, je risquerais plus de fumer avec son frangin qu'avec lui. Bah Léo, il est jeune, hein, quel jeune n'aura pas essayé, voilà. Après moi j'incite pas, tu vois, mais c'est vrai que la plupart des jeunes, tu vois, ils ont déjà essayé, donc...
He did not mend that.
Very good. Now, I have to say, the only reason why we met on a beach full of oil rigs and then drove through a cancel a state full of hypodermic needles is to annoy, well, simply and only to annoy our Scottish producer.
Yes, but we will not tell you Gav's name. We promise.
No, we won't. We won't say his name. Anyway, look, it all gets a lot sunnier and prettier in part 2 when we finally get on the North Coast 500, and we'll pick that up later on. I want to talk about the BMW M5, which has always been, as I'm sure we all know in here, the ultimate Q car. It is a fizzing lunatic in a Geoffrey Chaucer suit. However, the new M5 has turbocharging, so it's kind to polar bears, and it has four-wheel drive, so it's safe, and it has an automatic gearbox, and that's all very nice. But is it what we want? Let me first of all explain the basic recipe for a BMW M5. It's a four-door saloon with a boot at the back, space for 5 businessmen in the middle, and a monstrously powerful engine at the front. That's the main thing about an M5. It must be extremely
Putain, je suis en 2-2. C'est de la merde ces trucs là.
On the face of it, then, the new version seems to
Tu m'as rejoint du coup?
the important M5 boxes.
Merde,
It's
j'ai de la merde sur le
sensible,
flash là.
and thanks to 592 horsepower, it is
Putain, j'ai ma
Ferrari
télé qui va
fast.
s'éteindre. Tac,
But what about
tac.
the turbochargers and the
Dans 1
automatic
minute
gearbox?
30 je lance.
And what about the all-wheel drive system? Does all that mean it's no longer capable of being a swivel-eyed lunatic? No, not really.
Oh merde. Oups.
Et mon gars, par contre, tu sais, j'ai refait un petit compte sur Flash. Et des mecs en 2v2, il n'y a que des plots qui jouent, c'est un truc de ouf. Les mecs, ils savent pas jouer, les mecs. Non, mais sur les petits comptes, ton gars, c'est mignon, quoi. C'est chiant.
Mais merde.
Là, je suis quasiment à 3000 trophées, là, je suis niveau 8. Bah ouais, ça commence à être correct. Moi j'ai le cimetière, tu vois, j'ai de la chance, mais...
It is quite scary through here. Very, very quickly here.
Ça va faire beaucoup mieux.
On est prête. Allez. Niquer des mères.
If you want it to do this all
Non,
the
c'est à nous de
time,
capturer d'abord.
you can actually turn off the four-wheel drive system. Seriously, you can turn it off. Just have it in rear drive only. Behave
Bah,
like
ça nous défend de
complete
le capturer.
yobbo. Yeah! And that's just the start of the M5's adaptability. You can choose how much traction control you'd like. You can choose
Mais qu'est-ce qu'il fout déjà dans notre spawn, lui, sale nègre?
you want the engine to be, how uncomfortable you'd like the ride to be, how meaty you'd like the steering to be, how quickly you want it to change gear, and what you want on the head-up display. You can even choose what sort of noise you want the
Oh,
exhaust
ça
to make.
quand?
Oh, and look at this one. This menu allows me to choose what fragrance comes
Ah,
out
c'est à
of the
nous de
air conditioning.
capturer.
I can have the Blue Suite, which is a waft of pure water pearls, or I can have this one, which gives me a golden shower of fiery aromas. This is all very Pacific Rim. It's very CGI, and that's great. But the truth of the matter is that the
Nous, on est à
50-something
A.
businessman
Ah, tout le monde est à A,
who
c'est
bought
cool.
this car will never change the
Il y a un
fragrance
type à gauche.
setting or any of the other stuff. He'll put it in four-wheel drive
Voilà.
comfort mode on day one and leave it there for
Derrière, derrière, derrière.
And if he's going to do that, there may be
Bon, bah, il
a
manque plus
better
que B. Oh, ça campe! Mais frère, il campe partout, ces sales nègres là, putain!
It's made by a German tuning company called Alpina. And it's another take on what a fast BMW should
Oh,
be
t'es
like.
mauvais toi aussi.
It actually produces 600 horsepower. That's more than you get from the M5. It has more torque too. And there's no nanny limiter. So this will do 205 miles an hour. Does this mean then that on a track the comfort wagon can keep up with the ultimate sports saloon?
Mec, on a plus que 8 vies. Hein. Ça pue la merde, ça pue la merde.
This car was not developed for race. The boss of Alpina says if you engineer a car to be good at the Nürburgring, it won't be
Mais non, ça peut le faire. Hein.
run. And he may
Derrière, derrière, derrière.
look at that for a tidy line.
Mais regarde ça, on fait des plots.
Wagon can keep up with the ultimate sports saloon.
Oh là là. Ah, tant pis, hein, c'est la mienne.
This car was not developed for racing. The boss of Alpina says if you engineer a car to be good at the Nürburgring, it won't be any good at the road. And he may have a point on that. It actually produces 600 horsepower. That's more than you get from the M5. It has more torque too. And there's no nanny limiter. So this will do 205 miles an hour. I love speeding. Drive carefully. Where is my foot into the floor? For heaven's sake, I beg you, drive fast.
Ah mais putain. Mais putain! Oh.
Tu l'as eu? Putain, mais il campe d'où lui là?
M5 is tauter, more nailed down, more on it somehow. So, on a track, make no mistake, the M5 will pull away. In fact, it is doing. We're both cats, it's just that he's a cheetah and I'm a lion. If then you care about shaving tenths of a second off your lap time at a racetrack, you're better off with an M5. But for going home on the M4 in the real world, which is what I'm about to do, I'd rather use the Alpina. So I shall.
Comme d'hab.
Interesting observation. So after all of that, you would have the worst car.
Well, yes, because it's better.
It sounds better to me, I've got to say.
Oh, well, says the
Ça
voice.
sert à rien de quitter, on va
Well,
faire
tell
plus
you
de
what,
points
let's
que tout.
find out how fast the M5 goes round the Ebola-drome. Flying onto the interstate there. Wouldn't look expect that. Now, plunging into your name here, looking a little edgy. Dabbing off a bit of speed at the midpoint. Really hard on the brakes for Old Lady's House, which is where understeer will show itself. Taking no prisoners on the blast substation. Altering the Pirelli stew there, just feel the sheep to go. Across the line!
Woohoo!
It looks big, but it looks like it's heavy. It's so heavy. Anyway, there's the lap board, and you can see the 17th place, 1 minute 24.2. So let's see where the new one goes. Is it quicker? Ooh, it is. Oh my word! 4 seconds faster.
That's staggering, isn't it?
That's absolutely amazing. Now, I have to say, we did time the.
Buying advice again this week.
It is. Anyway, let's get on to some actual clear buying advice, shall we? Let's get back to our film in Scotland. Tonight, we are doing a tour of the North Coast 500 around the top of Scotland in some beautiful Italian classic cars and a Fiat X19.
Well, yes, but you two had both had mechanical issues.
Yes.
Yeah, we did, but we still had hope in our hearts that things would get better.
As we cruised along, our Italian classics and the Fiat continued to provide unexpected entertainment.
I'm going to show you a fantastic feature on this car. Here are the heating and ventilation controls. I've got it on warm because it's a cold day. But look what happens when I press the air conditioning button. It's haunted! Did you see that? Look. I think I'll cool myself down.
My head itches because of this hat. But if I take it off, I'll freeze to death.
Soon, Hammond insisted we stop for a cup of tea to ward off his hypothermia.
I've had a thought.
That's very uncharacteristic.
I was going to say, first time ever.
No, this is based on experience and knowledge. Right, problem with the NC 500, we go way around here. We
Enfin, ça
miss
se remonte.
this bit. We're here, right, and we miss this road, which I have driven, and it is breathtaking.
On
Not
gagnera
just the
pas tout non
thing,
plus.
which is incredible, but the actual road itself.
I'm sorry, but if we just go along here,
Yeah.
we're not exactly doing the NC 500, are we?
No, but what if we create our own route and claim it for the Grand Tour? We could call that the Scottish Highlands Intermediate Tour. How far is it?
It's about 287 miles.
Scottish Highlands Intermediate Tour 287, 287.
It would be the... No, hang on.
Pourquoi c'est les mêmes?
Piloting extremely nicely in Scotland.
287.
Je peux pas quitter.
The piloting extremely nicely in Scotland.
Ouais, ouais.
287. That would do.
Je peux pas, une fois que c'est parti, c'est verrouillé.
It's because of the hat.
With the new route sorted out, we set off. And it turned
Ben non.
out that it wasn't
Aucun
quite
ensemble.
like Hammond had said. It was much, much better.
Il faut juste à regarder les barres blanches. Il n'y en avait aucune. Il y en avait que deux.
Oh, well, now hang on.
Il passe pas.
That will do.
That was stupid!
Oh, dearie me. Oh, look at that for a tidy line.
Il a le brûle.
Holy moly.
Oh, I
Wow.
love you. It's amazing. Look at it.
I mean, this is heaven.
In fact, the moment was so magical. It had taken my mind off something that had been troubling me all day.
Today is the 11th of April, and I don't want to sound like Eeyore, but it's my birthday. And those two haven't All of the crew have said happy birthday. The director said happy birthday. James and Richard, nothing. Ullapool, 26 miles. Ullapool, I might be able to get the prop shaft balanced there. That's quite a big town.
Mais d'où il sort derrière, putain?
Hotel now, do you know?
About 30 miles, 35.
Well, as it's not late, I'm going to dive into Ullapool and see if I can get my prop shaft balanced.
You know what?
It's vibrating and it will hurt the car, so I want to just get it balanced up and I'll see you at the hotel later on.
That is uncharacteristically conscientious of Jeremy to want to go and mend his car, but it's actually very convenient for me and Hammond. We've got something in mind. The thing is, we hadn't forgotten it was his birthday, and with him gone, we could shoot ahead and set up his surprise party.
Balloons coming in.
Oh, this is nice.
Right. Loosen it off, and that will allow the prop shaft to settle where it wants to settle.
While the short-sighted orangutan ruined his car, I was busy in the kitchen.
For Jeremy's birthday feast, I am preparing his favourite dish, spaghetti bolognese. But, as it's his birthday and as we are here, I'm going to give it a Scottish twist. Yes, I am doing that. I'd say that is ready. Oh yeah, that will do nicely. And there it is, spaghetti McBolognese.
Whilst Richard was battering and deep frying everything in sight,
Bon, celle-là, si on la perd, j'arrête de jouer quand même.
I was organising the guests, who are now all here and waiting for the birthday boy.
Oh, hello, here it is. Here it is. Oh. Countach. Last year, 8:32. There's obviously some kind of classic car meeting going on. Oh, wait a minute. I can't believe it.
Putain, j'ai plus de bol.
I cannot believe it. You remembered?
Of course we remembered. Actually, it's better than that. We're having a party for you.
No, but James.
Putain, j'allais avoir mon hélico.
No, they're your guests. For your birthday party.
Still, it could be worse. And then it was, because it was time to sit down for Richard's Scottish dinner. Battered spag bowl, followed by a deep
Oh, ah, ils sont tous dans la zone.
This is the worst birthday party I've ever had.
Come on, we made an effort. Anyway, shall I get the bagpipes?
The next morning, we were up and on the road, bright and early.
This is the first April the 12th since 1972 that I haven't had a hangover. Thanks to the world's worst party organisers, Messrs. May and Hammond. Oh no.
Ouais, il y en a un qui l'aura à droite.
Is back. Why can't I do anything?
But, despite my problems, the sun was shining, and Scotland was more spectacular than ever.
Mais ta grand-mère, c'est la bouillasse, toi.
Oh, really? No, just stop! No! Stop! You have excelled yourself in ruining my day. Very exciting. Oh no, I'm losing.
Don't tell me that's not an unfamiliar sight.
Oh yes.
Non!
Right, so you plan.
Mais
The sun was
non!
shining, and Scotland was more
Non,
spectacular
ouais, pour une fois,
than ever.
j'avoue.
What are you doing?
Ah putain. Allez, c'est fini. Voilà, voilà. Et ciao.
There he goes.
There it is!
Ooh, right. Oh yeah, loving that. There we go, speed up again now.
Je perds.
Noise. Drive carefully. Yes!
Ah.
That was stupid! Here we go! For God's sake. Come on! Oh, good.
Bah j'attends que tu dises, je vais te dire, attends.
To go to the finish point on our loop.
Ah bah
So
c'est la
it felt like a
dernière.
good time to sum up our wonderful cars.
Ouais.
Richard's Fiat.
Bah ça là, ça y est, c'est la dernière là.
Because they're rare, they're thoroughbreds like those two. And with that, you have to accept they'll be delicate, temperamental. Some cars achieve classic status simply because they're really good. The X19 was good when it was designed and built first, and still is today. Add to that it cost me just over £2,000.
Il n'a pas envie de se faire péter, c'est pour ça.
Interesting, beautiful. Those are the criteria by which I think you should judge whether or not a car is a true classic. It has to be at least two of those things to qualify. So let's have a look at Milan's here. Well, it's definitely beautiful. It's a truly superb bit of car styling, this. And it's rare.
Look at it. And tell me
Ouais, une team de 3, une team de 4.
of another car anywhere on earth for 10 grand that you'd like more than this.
Putain, qu'est-ce qu'il est intelligent ce petit. C'est pour ça que je joue avec toi, moi.
Bidding a fond farewell to Hammond's magnificent penis, we got back to the town where we'd started, Inverness.
Mission accomplished.
Well, there we are. In just 3 days, we have covered a staggering 287 miles.
Well, yours was on an AA truck for a bit of it.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah.
But apart from one catastrophic failure that required somebody to drive from Swindon in Wiltshire all the way to Inverness with a spare part.
Don't forget that my windscreen wiper fell off as well.
Yeah, and one of my headlamps is stuck.
Yeah, but apart from those things, we have proved that it is still possible to buy and enjoy a classic car, even if you're quite poor.
Yeah, we should be proud of that.
Yeah, we should.
Yeah.
With that, back to the studio. Tent.
Tent.
Tent. Because we're quite poor.
Yes.
It's funny, isn't it? It's funny, over the years we have travelled the whole world looking for the best driving route.
Yeah.
And it turns out it was just next door all along.
I have to say, I don't want to say this in front of our Scottish producer.
Do not name Gavin Whitehead.
No, I shan't, but that was just about the best drive I've ever had. That road, that scenery, that Alpha.
That party.
No, not the party, but everything else was, well, it was perfection.
I do agree with you. I thought it was spectacular. But we should get back to the point of this film, which is that you can buy an affordable classic car that is also...
Mais nique ta rhum, va, sale putain de nègre. Putain d'enculé,
Why
va.
don't you tell the ladies and gentlemen how it worked out with your Lancia?
Well, OK, I spent £13,500 on the car, and when I got it home, I discovered that the price of putting it right was only £6,000.
Ouais, super, moi je vais mettre les amis.
So
mais-
your investment has gone down by 45%.
Correct. Yes.
Now, my Alpha, as I said in the film, I have brought it home with me. And since we made that, which was April, so 6 months, 9 months ago,
Il prend pas la
it's
balle.
only cost £8,000 in repairs.
So your investment has gone down by 80%.
Yes, what about you?
100%. Yeah. Day after we finished filming, the engine blew, car in the bin, all gone.
So to conclude then, all of us have lost some money and one of us has lost all of it.
Yes, exactly.
that's right,
And on
isn't it?
that terrible disappointment, it is time to end. I'm going home now, in my Alfa Romeo.
Bah, ils connaissaient pas. Wesh, le mec il est au couteau, t'es sérieux toi?
Too far.
Whatever, thanks for watching, take care, see you next time, bye!
Ah ouais, d'accord.
Et voilà, c'est donc la fin de cet épisode. Impatient de voir le suivant, certes. Enfin voilà, j'espère que ça vous aura plu.
Mais tu
Et je vous dis à
rigoles
une
ou quoi?
prochaine. Ciao, ciao.